today we will be talking about the distributive property, which is nicknamed the handing out rule. At the end of this video, you will be able to apply the distributive property in multiplication. Now, why do we care about doing this? Well, this will help you be able to multiply faster, strengthen your ability to do mental math, and begin us on the track of being able to do more complex math in Chapter 7 with the distributive property. Let's take the problem 8 times 32 and use a generic rectangle to help us multiply. How can we break up the 32? Well, we can break it up into tens and ones. So if we draw out our rectangle, we know 8's going to go here. We have 3 tens, so we'll put a 30 here. We have 2 ones, so we'll put the 2 here. 8 times 30 is 240. 8 times 2 is 16. We add the inside, 240 plus 16, 6, 5, 2. Our answer would be 256. So let's write what we did with a new number sentence. So what did we do with the 32? We broke it up. So we're going to keep the 8 on the outside of the parentheses. How did we break up the 32? We did 30 plus 2. This is showing us what we did and is another way to look at the number. Distributive property is known as the handing out rule. Why? Because what we did with the 8 is we handed it out to the numbers on the inside. And we multiplied for both of them. 8 times 30 is 240. 8 times 2 is 16. Added them together and we got 256. The distributive property is about taking the number on the outside of the parentheses and then multiplying it to everything inside. We don't leave anyone out. We hand it out to everyone. Okay, let's try another problem. Here we go. Let's do 12 times 34. So, what if we only wanted to break up one of them? Let's break up the second one. So you have 12 here, because 12s are timetables that we learn. We could put 30 here and 4 here, because we have 3 tens and 4 ones. Well, what's 12 times 30? You can still do the math on the side if you need. Well, we know 12 times 3 is 36. Add the 0. That's 360. 12 times 4 is 48. What? And then you add the inside. 4 plus 6 is 10. Carry the 1. The answer should be 408. Okay, how could we write this using the distributive property? Well, how did we break it up? We broke up the inside as 30 plus 4. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, you said this was going to help me be able to do mental math, but how? Well, trying to do 34 times 12 in your head can get really messy because you're trying to remember which numbers you carried, which you left, and you have to try to make sure everything stays lined up like this. But in your brain, it might be easier to compartmentalize or break stuff up and go, well, I know 12 times 3 is the 36, so 360. I can put that to the side. Now 12 times 4 is 48. I can put that to the side. And then I just need to add the 2. It's a little bit less math that kind of makes life a little bit easier. So let's try a different one. We're going to do 25 times, what number would be good? Let's do 8. So even though the 25 comes first, we can still break it up. How many are in the tens? Well, 20 are in the tens. How many are in the ones? 5. And we're making it adding. I want you to think to yourself for a minute. Why adding? Why don't we put any other multiplying, subtracting, dividing, any of those symbols? Take a moment and think. Why do you think that is? Well, it's because 20 plus 5 gets us 25. If we subtracted, we'd be getting a different number. Same thing with multiplying and dividing. So we can put the 8 on the end. Does the 8 still get handed out to each of the numbers even though it's on the end? Well, yes, it does. The number right outside, attached to the parentheses, gets multiplied inward. What's 8 times 2? 16, so that's 160. 8 times 5? Well, that's 40. Add them together, you get 200. If you have questions, email your teachers and try the problems on the next slides. You'll do great.